Gates Adams here on behalf of Apex Trader Funding, and I'm here today with Derek. Derek, how's it going, man?
Going well. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you. Hey, thanks for spending a little time with me today. So clearly we have you on here because you're a paid funded trader with Apex Trader Funding. So congratulations on the payout. Now, is this the first one, or are you kind of down that road already? And where are you in your progression?
So yeah, it's going really well. I now have 20 PA accounts.
Oh, wow, okay.
The first time that I got a payout was from just one of them because they weren't all at the level.
Mhm.
But now I've actually gotten the payout from each and every one. And as we sit here, I actually requested a new one, but it's under review, which I've never seen before. But I'm hoping that's a good thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just part of the process. And you know what? There's so many, and the volume of payouts is going up so much. I think they're paying out somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 million plus per month. So
Oh yeah.
it starts to,
Well, and yeah, and I'll share this. The fact that I've already received payouts, like I'm one of the guys, I'm totally Team Apex. I know it's legit, like I know it's good, like I'm on the team. Like I'm not even worried about the fact that like you said, it's just part of the process. I mean,
sure.
I've already been paid out. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm like rooting the horns for Apex, you know?
Well, that's awesome, and you know what? I think that brings up a good point. Look, sometimes people come in with the idea, "Hey, look, this is too good to be true. Is it for real? Is it legit?" And well, the proof is in the pudding. And you know, at the end of the day, I think people are going to have something in the back of their head until they actually see the funds hit their account. But as long as they perform, they qualify. That money is showing up, and you know, you're a great testament to that. So thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about your
Absolutely.
journey. How long have you actually been trading now?
So I've been trading for, geez, probably 20 years now.
Okay.
But I've been trading with Apex. It's been a little over a year
Okay.
that I first started doing the evals and trying to, reach it. And my story is interesting because I watched the videos, and being a guy who already trades and already had an account with Interactive Brokers, and like already had money out there, and
Sure.
I've had some high success, low success, and all that through the years. I found out about Apex in a Discord group with guys that I was trading with, trading
Hmm.
stocks and stocks and stuff, and I wasn't trading futures. So there's a learning curve,
Hmm.
right? So the guys were like, "No, Apex is legit." They were all talking about Apex, so I was like, "Let me give it a whirl."
Hmm.
So I watched some of the videos that Daryl Martin has out there, like and he talks about the benefits of trading multiple accounts and everything. So from the beginning, I was like, okay, I'm getting 20 accounts, like this is what I'm doing. And let me tell you, I would get 20 accounts and I would blow 20 accounts, and I would get 20 accounts and I would blow 20 accounts, and then I try the 100K statics, and I try the 100Ks, I try the 50Ks. I was trying all these different things. And all of what I'm sharing is actually from a positive standpoint. Yes, see, the thing is, you learn from mistakes.
Sure.
You improve from mistakes. So, like, as I talk about all the screw ups, yeah, I have plenty of screw ups,
Hmm.
but it's what got me to this point now where I'm sitting with fully funded accounts that are on, second payouts and times 20. And when Mr. Martin was talking about, like, the managing the risk and what Apex is looking for in terms of consistency and this kind of thing, it all rang a bell with me. I started seeing the vision. I
Hmm.
was like, okay, as much as I could have all the money I want in my one account with my brokerage, but it's not multiplied times 20.
Right.
And then you hear people talk about the different, tax advantages of if you're not going or splitting. And I'm like, yeah, but Apex is an opportunity.
Hmm.
If you don't see that, then, let me be the guy on the video explaining Apex is an opportunity, because even after we split with you guys, if once we reach that point, right?
Hmm.
First of all, you guys are going to give us 25K, 100% to
Right.
start. So that's number one, awesome. But then number two, once we reach that point and we are splitting, we're all making money together.
Hmm.
Why are you complaining? This is to those people out there who don't get it. Why are you complaining that, oh, I'm paid $299, or oh, they're taking 10%? When you multiply it by 20, what you can earn with Apex is nothing compared to what you can do on your own.
Right.
It's like when you see these guys go on Shark Tank and they're saying, like, they're like, well, do you want to give me 50% of your business and we grow it to a multi-million dollar business? or do you want to keep 100% of your business and you're making 100 grand?
Right.
You know, it's like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm here to say, hands down, it makes more sense to work with you guys, you know? And of course, your success is based on you. I'm a testament to that from all the times I blew out and everything. It's, you know, I'm sitting here, this is my workspace here, right? There's no one else who's clicking that mouse for me, right?
Exactly.
And I'm saying that from this standpoint. It's me versus me. There's no one else to blame. I have to take the accountability. I have to execute, right? It's me. However, if I stay in control and I don't go down the rabbit hole of chasing and just doing all the different things we all know traders can do, it's like the upside is unlimited with what I can do with which, you know, with the fact that you guys will let me run 20 accounts. It's I mean, I'm all in.
So as somebody who's actually traded your own money, I know, look, we talked to a lot of different traders in a lot of different scenarios. And, you know, some maybe traded for a year or two on their own money. Some people never did. The lucky ones, I like to call them. But as having been a trader for a longer period of time and living in that world, when you think about your executions, when you think about your mindset as you get in and out of trades, as you look at the charts, what's different for you when you're trading APA or 20 PAs versus trading your account of X number of dollars?
So what's different? Okay, that's a very good question, because I'll first of all, I'll answer you and share what's different, and I'll add to that what's different is what I'm trying to eliminate, because I don't want there to be a difference, right? However, here's the thing. What's different in the beginning, it's like when you're from the eval to the PA, there's this mind state of the risk, right? Oh, I could risk my money. I could lose my money. And there's this fear. That fear is gone when you're working with Apex, because you're not risking too much of your own money, which is why it makes so much sense to work with you guys, because you're like, okay, you know, an eval, minimal charge, the cost to convert to PA, minimal charge. You know, on a per account standpoint, you've got a couple $100 at risk.
Right.
Get rid of the fear. Get rid of the fear. But that's the thing that you're dealing with when you're trading your own money. You have that fear. Now, because I am a trader who's out here in these markets, I'll tell you, there are some differences. For like, I get a fear with Apex because I can already envision how much I can make. And I start thinking, oh, I'm losing that. Even though I haven't got it yet, I'm like, I'm losing what I can make.
Right. Different perspective, but it definitely has that effect for sure.
Yes. But on a more serious note, here's the thing that I've had to learn is that you trade everything different. You have to have multiple strategies. So, for example, in my own account, I know that, hey, I can be off a little bit. I can hold it overnight. I can hold it for a week. I can hold it for a month. Like, hey, if I've got the range right, no big deal. With Apex, we need to be out by 4 p.m., by the close.
Sure.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Those are the rules. So, but all that means is, have a strategy according to what hey, this is not an overnight hold. Size appropriately. That was one of the huge things I dealt with. And I'm sure you guys can log in there and pull up me and see, like, you'll probably see, like, oh man, he blew through hundreds of these things. And the reason I had to learn sizing, I had to realize the futures move much differently than when I'm holding an individual stock. All of these things, this was the learning curve over the year. But the only thing that I can say, since we're doing this interview video, is like, it was worth it though,
Well, clearly things have started to make that shift. And here's the thing, some guys are going to go in at 20 accounts right off the bat. They're going to blow them, replace them. The size of the swing doesn't really matter. It's, you're going to move appropriate to your risk tolerance, to your comfort zone. Whereas somebody's going to go in with 125K account, somebody's going to go in with 20, 100, 150K accounts. That's personal, right? Everybody's going to have their particular structure that's going to make sense for them. But one of the things that I've always kind of equated this to is, like those of us that traded before the world of PAs, right? There's such a mental dynamic shift when you go from paper trading to trading live money, right? I equate the evaluation to a small step and then the PA to a small step that are they're just less factors of that psychological shift, which for a lot of people it still takes time to get through those things, but it's a smaller transition. And that level of risk, whether it's, $16 on a 90% off on a 25K or however much, 20 of whatever size you got. So the idea here is that you can create and manage the structure that makes sense for you. The structure that's not going to put you over the edge or put you on tilt because you lost too much or you stand to gain too much, even in some cases. And all of that is just such a valuable part of the game, man. So I appreciate you sharing that and that insight. So if you're talking to a new trader, they're just getting started, they're getting ready to get their first evaluation, what's the biggest piece of advice you give them?
The biggest piece of advice I would say is from my experience, I'd say when you get started, understand your size. Mm-hmm. You just said something in the last exchange, which was very important. Everyone's different. Mm-hmm. Some people are going in with a 300K account. Some are going in with a 25K account. But at the end of the day, you have a 25K account, but you don't have 25K to lose. You have 1,500 to lose.
Exactly.
So size appropriately. Mm. That would be my advice. Hey, size appropriately. The other thing I would say, don't be in a rush. And these are and I'm saying these things from my mistakes.
Sure.
I would go rush, blow out. And I'd say, wow, I could have spent a week and slowly built this account up and qualified it and slowly built it up and taken payouts and just, instead I've taken longer to keep on blowing them out, starting over. I would tell people, seriously, whatever your strategy is, because like you just said, it's unique to each person, but take your time, slow down. And the other thing I would say also kind of leans into what we just talked about when you're saying the differences between, growing from the risks and the psychological differences between it. One of the reasons I said, and I'm trying to reach a point where I don't have that, I would also try to say as traders, what we want to eventually reach is not caring about the money, the type of money, the whatever, and simply executing a smart trade.
Right.
When you see a setup, execute it. It doesn't matter, nothing else. Is it a smart trade? And take away the noise.
And that's not going to happen in 6 months. So I think one of the beautiful things about this is that you get that repetition. In that repetition comes the mechanical nature of it, where the psychology starts to dissipate. Or at least the psychological challenges, and it becomes more mechanical. Like Daryl and I have been friends for a very, very long time. And one of the most fascinating things to me is how strictly mechanical he is when it comes to trading. He doesn't care if he takes a loss, he just gets right into the next one. But he doesn't rush to get into the next one. He waits. He does all the things that a trader should do, which is why he's been a leader in the industry for as long as he has. But to me, like that's that goal. That's that target that I'm going for, is that mechanical. It doesn't matter how much I have on the line. Is the entry the right entry? And if it doesn't go my way, that's okay, as long as it's the right entry, because the next one will be right too. And anyway.
Exactly.
So it's a fun game. It's a distressing game. There's lots of ups and downs, but man, it's really exciting to see when things start to really move in the right direction, when you really start to get that momentum and you get, a couple of payouts back to back, especially on 20 accounts, you really start to see what that opportunity holds. And I'm so excited to see, obviously, what you've got going on. Can't wait to see where it goes from here. What I love to do is maybe catch up here in a few months and see how everything's going from here and get an update from you, if that sounds good.
That would be, I would love that. That would be great.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for sharing a little bit of your time with me today, and I'm looking forward to getting this up there. So I know that there's just a lot of great insight from you for all the traders out there. So keep it up, and let me know if there's let me know as things progress.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. I'm excited, and again, the only thing that I can just as a what do you say as a last note, the only thing I can say is just anyone who's out there skeptical, people know me out there in the trading world. I've been around for years. I used to be in the chat rooms. There's a guy out there, Smarter Trader. He's got a room where he charges people. I used to be on his morning calls.
Right.
Like people, traders know me.
Right.
I go by Locking Profits is my trader name.
Okay.
So for like the real people out there who are trading and they know who Lock is, and they know the different options trades we've made and all that kind of stuff. Like I'm a real person in the trading community, and I'm telling you guys, this Apex is legit. So just if you're skeptical, give it a shot. That's what I have to say for you guys who know me and know my voice and heard me on the morning call for all those years. You're hearing me now. I'll tell you, it's legit.
Man, I appreciate that. Again, can't thank you enough for your time, and I look forward to seeing what comes next. All right.